The truth that people don't really want to look at or are unable to look at is the system itself has corrupted you. It's corrupted humanity. It's created this great division between people, between us, people just living their lives. Um, all females are the problem. All males are the problem. All Republicans are the problem. All Democrats are the problem. It's constant division and aligning you with resentment, anger, fear, animosity, and again, this great division. When you start to really dive in and learn about psychology, especially narcissism, attachment styles, all this thing, what you find is you take a look at yourself and you see all of your life, things that have happened to you, your beliefs, and in that, what you will also find is humanity. You'll realize we all have been through these things. We all have wounds. We all have fears. That's what we all have these things in common. But the system as it is wants to divide you. And the biggest component of that division is narcissism. If you grew up with a narcissist parent, they will destroy your ability to trust and to connect with people authentically. If you had a narcissistic relationship, and the system itself, politically and on a large scale, is representative of narcissism itself. It is completely divisive. It pits everybody against everybody else. Democrat, Republican, male, female. Narcissism itself is kind of like this container of division to make us all be against each other and everyone else is the problem. And that's just not the reality of humanity. We all have fears. We've all been through hard things. But the system and narcissism has won if you're at a place, whether it be relationships, if you're a man and you think all women are bad. If you're a woman, you think all men are bad. If you're a Democrat, you say all Republicans are bad, or vice versa. That's not truth. Because within each, whether it be political or male or female, you're going to find every example of possibility of good, bad, and everything in between, because that's humanity. But the system itself says either you're with us and you're on this side. If you're on this side, that's the enemy. Your neighbor's your enemy. That woman is the enemy. That man is the enemy. And that's where we've lost right now at this point, is this great division. And understand, if you can judge an entire culture, political system, or whatever, you've bought into it. You have completely bought into the system, and now you're ruining yourself. Because if you align yourself with hate, anxiety, and fear, well, it's ruining your life. You're the one who loses, and that's where most of us are, because we have so much resentment, anger from ultimately narcissism, from the system, from narcissism in childhood. It's a huge catalyst and component in our life. Now, some of us will go through things like narcissism, and we get to a point where we have to self-reflect. And in that self-reflection, true self-reflection, you find humanity. You find humanity within yourself, within humanity, within people. You find we're all flawed. No one is all right and all wrong. But narcissism teaches us and shows us and brings us into this deep fantasy and creates so much anger, resentment, and fear, and says this is your enemy. If you don't follow, if you're a Republican and Democrats are your enemy, they're here to destroy the country. If you're a man, all women will cheat and lie and abuse you. If you're a woman, all men will cheat and abuse you and do all of these things, and that's just not the case. We've lost humanity through all of this toxic behavior, through all of these terrible messages we've seen. But again, it's diving in and learning about psychology, your own patterns and behaviors. You find fear of abandonment, fear of rejection, things like feelings of unworthiness that we all have in common. That's part of being human. So when you dive into your own psychology, your own beliefs, your patterns, and start learning how to regulate your own nervous system through meditation, through breath work, these things, you can see a bigger picture in what's happening in the world and how divisive it truly is and how we've lost humanity. We need to go back to ourselves, stop engaging in the fantasy, and start learning. Self-discovery, understand our own patterns, our own beliefs, and again, understand that we are all human and the debates have to stop and we need to start having conversations again. Simply having conversations with each other. We have everything in common, but we've forgotten that. That's where we need to get back to self-love.